Sydney. That's her. That's her right there. So I guess I should talk about how I met Sydney. So it was a while ago. I was out in the middle of Pakistan, and I was going down the road, and I was going down the road in this big Jeep, and I came across this beautiful woman just stranded, just laying on the road. And so I go and I pick her up off the road and I say, "What are you doing here? Why are you here? Why are you just in the middle of the Pakistan road?" And no reply. But I love that about her. She doesn't reply to anything. And so I take her back with me through the airport and everything when I'm coming back to America. And they said, "Who is this?" And I said, "Well, she's Sydney." I said, "Can't she answer for herself?" And I said, "She's Sydney." So it took a little bit to get through the whole interrogation that they brought me through after that. But, I poop a lot better after that now. And that's the best part about it. So I actually am very happy with the TSA in that regard. And so I get home. I show her to my parents before I come back to my house, and they really didn't say much. It's about a 5-minute talk until I left the house. But yeah, so after that I took her out to dinner. She never really said where she was from, but a lot of people did give me odd looks out in public for it. And I took her out to dinner at one of her favorite restaurants, Salon de Rouge. And that was the first time I heard her talk. She said, "If you lost some weight, you'd have a nice ass." I was kind of weirded out by that, and a lot of people looked at me after I started screaming at her for that. But it was good to hear her talk after a long time of not the plane ride, the talk with my parents, the TSA, butt searching. So basically, end up, we're at dinner, and she says that, and we're eating, and I kind of stopped eating at that point. I didn't even finish my my ratatouille because it just I felt fat at that point. So fast forward a couple of years, we're still dating, and I pull out the ring and I say, will you marry me, Sydney Chan? And she didn't say anything, but through the silence that she meant yes. And we end up going to an exotic location out in Pakistan, in the desert, and we marry. I'll never forget that day. That's the day that her friend Hideo Chan, he showed me YouTube, and I found through YouTube, I found Gaming Wildlife, and that's how I got into Gaming Wildlife. If you didn't see her, this is her, Sydney Chan.
Alright, so I guess tell us a little bit about yourself.
Tell a little bit about myself. So you mean the bank robbery, right?
Whatever you want.
You think it's just that easy to talk about such a crazy event like that? it's not. I mean, I guess I'll tell the story about it though. So a few weeks ago, I went to the bank to just pull out some cash, you know. While I was there, a couple of guys in black masks, you know, black ski masks, came in, guns blazing with their dicks out. I was really confused at the time. Like, I don't even know what to think of it right now. There was so much penis, and I thought to myself, you know, if I lost a little bit of weight, I'd have a nice ass, you know, and then they would think that, you know, maybe I could stay alive. Because nobody wants to shoot anybody that has a nice ass. So, you know, they came in and they just started shooting, you know, yelling, get on the ground and everything. So, you know, obediently, kind of turned me on to be honest, but obediently I got on the ground. They out of all the people that were on the ground, they took me to the back room where where the vaults and stuff are, and they rubbed all their dicks against me. At the time, it was I'd be lying if I said I was scared at that time, because I had just the most wicked boner. But now, it's terrifying to just recall that, you know. I wasn't not an appropriate thing for them to do, you know. Since when have bank robbers just sexually harassed just a random civilian? It was terrifying. They started rubbing their dicks against me, and then they ripped off my shirt, and, you know, just started rubbing this nice hairy chest. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm losing sight of what I was talking about. Anyway, I gotta get a little tingly down there. But anyway, they started playing with my nipples and asking me to lactate. And I told them, I can't lactate. I'm just a man. I don't lactate, right? They don't fucking lactate, man. So anyway, after they asked me to lactate, they ripped my pants off, smacked my ass a little, and they started yelling at me when it wouldn't jiggle. And, you know, they said, if you lost a little bit of weight, have a nice ass. And I told him I'd gone to the gym, I'd done my squats, just earlier that day as a matter of fact. And, you know, I couldn't do anything about it. They were so disappointed in me. I felt disappointed in myself. And I knew Harambe was looking down at me. And just, he was so disappointed. You know, I live by that. I live by that giant ape. And, you know, here these men were disappointed with my lack of ass. And I eventually just did what any normal human being would do, right? I just bit their dick. I couldn't help it. There were so many right there. I mean, you know, I may have started sucking a little, but that's a different story. God damn it. I'm so ashamed. Rick, I'm sorry. I sucked another man's dick. I sucked another man's dick, okay? Anyway, then shot. And they left me alone. It's like they didn't even want the money. They just wanted a good come, that was all. They were all just really nice guys that just desperate. And, you know, I can understand that. I've had my times of being desperate for just a good rub, and that's all they were looking for. And, you know, then they, after that, you know, they left me alone, and they took me back to their house. They were just really nice, and, you know, turn on the good old computer, loaded up YouTube, and showed me some videos, and, you know, and, pretty sure, and that's how I got into gaming wildlife. Thank you.
So this is how you wanted to start.
That's it, man.
Well, I mean, I think, I don't know, I just wanted to kind of like, when I was younger, I think my first games I kind of started out with was like Resident Evil 4 and whatnot, and I've always imagined, you know, developing games and just kind of being a part of the I guess the way you create a game. And, you know, I just don't want to be that person that just kind of plays video games and doesn't get to see the behind the scenes of how it's all created. So yeah, I think I was probably about 7 years old. I started, you know, playing just your video games on the PlayStation 2 and whatnot, and PlayStation 1, you know, Spyro. I started off with Resident Evil 4. That's probably not the best thing. It's probably why I have minor PTSD, because no 7-year-old should see a man get his head taken off with a chainsaw. But, I mean, gotta start somewhere, I guess. I don't know, I just kind of fell in love with video games kind of after that. I mean, my brother used to play video games, but it really didn't. I watched him play Mortal Kombat and all that stuff, and I don't know, I just kind of got hooked with video games, and I thought, you know, this is kind of like a unique experience. And after, you know, I started getting into more gaming, I think I kind of got to, you know, into the online world, because that's when the online gaming kind of started, and I met some people, you know, playing Halo 3, staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning, just playing online Halo, whatever game it is, mostly Halo, getting called faggot and whatever the desire, you know. I guess it was just nice to have someone talk to me for once, but always getting called bad names and all that jazz, and I really didn't, even though I said at the start, I really didn't acknowledge game developing until about, probably until I was like 13 or 14, and I thought, you know, maybe I should actually take part in this. So I took some programming classes in high school and whatnot, and I learned a thing or two. I think after that, that's when I knew that this was going to be a career. So I went to college for it and got a degree or two and all that jazz. And I applied it in multiple areas, different companies, Bungie, Bethesda, whoever was around. I mean, I didn't care if I was making the next Elder Scrolls or if I was making the next piece of shit Call of Duty everybody likes, but whatever the kids like. I mean, it was just, I just wanted to be a part of the movement, and yeah, I think that's the best. But you know, I really never got a job in the developing area. I got an interview at 2K, and they said, "Hey, you wanna make some NBA games?" And I was like, "I really don't want to." but I might as well try. And so they went in, and I guess the interview went out, but you know, when I walked down, he said, you know, we'll look at the application. This was like a couple months ago, and but before I left the room, he said, I appreciate you, but if you lost some weight, you'd probably have a nice ass. That's what really got to me. I don't know if I could do it. So here I am, making minimum wage at fucking McDonald's. Because I can't get a damn job at a developing place. I got all these degrees on my back. I'm paying for fucking child support. I can't do anything. I tried. I'm sitting in this fucking basement. I mean, I buy all your games. Look. I buy all your fucking games. I buy all your goddamn fucking games. I sit there all day. The fucking mountain. I just try my best, you know? Fuck! I just want to be a part of something, man. I play everything. Best fucking game ever. And they won't let me be a part of anything, dude. It's fucking pissing me off, dude. I can't take it anymore. Fuck! I mean, that's how I got in the gaming wildlife. That's how I became a part of a group. That's how I became. I mean, at least they were accepting people. At least they put me in a fucking something. So yeah, that's how I got the gaming fucking wildlife.
Is on your side.
Egg.